You're running D&D tonight and you haven't prepped a thing. What do? That's easy. You cheat. Hey there, adventurers. I'm Judd, and this is Short Rest Studios, where we believe fun builds community. We've all been there. You're not full-time game masters. You have a job and a family, so you don't always have time for hours of prep as much as you might enjoy it. Or maybe you don't particularly enjoy it and you really need to find a way to make it easier. I'm going to share with you 3 hacks that make prepping your session so easy and fun, it feels like cheating. A quick heads up, these prep secrets work best for homebrew games, though you may be able to adjust them for published adventures. And be sure to stick around because the final prep hack I have for you, while it takes some practice, really could change your DMing life. First up is one of my favorite Dungeon Master preparation cheats. Let cool ideas inspire you. Let me ask you this, what are you really doing? Are you trying to create a piece of art to wow the public? Are you creating a product to sell? 99.9% of the time, DMs, including you and me, we're not. We get friends coming over to laugh and snack and roll some dice and share a story. There's no need to work yourself to death coming up with the most original idea for a D&D adventure the world has ever seen. There's an axiom I learned a long time ago. No one creates in a void. Think about the movies you've watched and the books you've read, even the TTRPG adventures you've been on. How can you drop your PCs into a Lord of the Rings style quest to destroy the BBEG's ultimate weapon before she can use it to take over the world? Or an Indiana Jones style adventure where you have to beat her to the MacGuffin, and the MacGuffin is the phylactery of a lich who's about to escape his magical prison. I made that up just now. See how easy it is? One of the beautiful things about stealing from the stories you love is there are already built-in themes and narrative structures that'll resonate with your players and make the experience richer for them. But it doesn't even have to be that big or that hard. You don't have to start with a hook or a storyline. Google some RPG maps or support a creator like Dyson Logos or Czepeku. I'll drop their links in the description. And just look through their maps. Let their brilliance inspire your own, you cheater. Even if you use completely free stuff, I guarantee you'll find something that will fire your creative engine. Just make sure it's level appropriate and game appropriate. Or flip through the monster manual or Flea Mortals or whatever your favorite monster book is. Those are an incredible source of inspiration for me. You could do the same with a setting book. One piece of inspiration like this will lead to another, and before you know it, you'll have 3 to 5 encounters that make a story for your D&D night, and you'll have fun doing it. Look, even the great storytellers, film directors, authors, screenwriters, video game developers, they all find inspiration somewhere. Their art is informed by all the art they've consumed and loved over the years. They take those influences and then try to create something new. And that's hard work, even with all those influences floating around in your brain. If you want to be that kind of artist, go for it. But despite what Reddit may tell you, you absolutely do not have to be one to run a fun D&D night. Adventurers, the dice don't lie. We trust the dice. We love the dice. The dice are our friends, and you can never have enough friends, so you should really head over to mistymountaingaming.com and use code SHORTREST to get 10% off their incredible variety of gorgeous dice. They have acrylic dice with cool colors, solid and hollow metal dice, gemstone dice, silicone dice, bone dice. If you've thought of a material to make dice out of, they probably have it, and it has a lifetime warranty. They also have bags, trays, DM screens, apparel, and tea. Yeah, tea. But we all know you're there for the dice. My second DM prep cheat for you, make lists. Let's say you're inspired by a location, the entrance to an ancient tomb deep in a forest. You decide the lich we mentioned earlier is imprisoned deep in this tomb, a la the Master in season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The walls of his prison are weakening and undead are rising in the vicinity and terrorizing the countryside. You know you want to have 3 to 5 encounters, maybe a couple of those are social and the rest are combat, but don't worry about dropping them into specific locations or scenes. Just make a list. Will-o-wisps to lure the PCs into the forest, a dozen skeletons and zombies, a wight with maybe some skeleton minions, a farmer who's seen strange things in the night, a hermit who lives in the forest. That's just a quick list I came up with that was inspired by the Lich idea and the stuff I already had in my head about undead D&D monsters. Maybe you want a few secrets or clues for your party to discover along the way. Sightings of or attacks by undead have been increasing over the last few weeks. Strange lights have been seen in the forest. A missing villager is found mostly devoured in the woods. Sounds coming from the tomb at night. Stories of a mad wizard who used to live here. Again, I just came up with those and I didn't reinvent the wheel, but they were inspired by the previous ideas. Again, you don't necessarily have to connect these to specific interactions or locations in your game ahead of time. Just reveal them when you feel the time is right. You probably have a better instinct for that than you think you do. And you can do the same with treasure or items that you want your PCs to find, like a bag of jewels or a silver locket that maybe means something to an angry ghost, or the key to the tomb, or maybe the Lich's phylactery. Probably too early for that one. Once you have these lists, you're ready for the third and final DM prep cheat. And I really do think this could change your DMing life. Create concepts and improvise the rest. You've got some encounters and some loot and some clues. But there are so many questions left unanswered. Who is this Lich? How is he imprisoned? What's causing the dead to rise? Where's his phylactery? Why is this tomb important? Is the farmer's daughter single? The God's honest truth is, you don't need to know any of that. At least, not right now. Don't sweat the details pre-game. The big picture, there's a tomb in the woods, Lich, and the dead are rising, is all you need to start with. As you find more bits of inspiration, you'll be able to fill in some details, but you can improvise the rest, seriously. Yes, it may take some time for you to get good at it, but if you've been running D&D or whatever your preferred TTRPG is for any length of time, chances are you know the game and how things work better than you think. But I understand. I don't feel like I'm the best DM when it comes to improvisation, not even close, but I'm going to give you some tips to help you get a better handle on it. First, don't be afraid to pause and think. Sometimes you just need to, and it's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Don't feel like you have to justify yourself. Although a quick hold on a second might be in order sometimes. The players ask a question or do something you don't expect, take a moment and connect the dots, then present them with the next option. And if they throw you for an especially big loop, it's okay to say, let's take 15 and use the time to do some impromptu planning. I guarantee if you're playing with the right people, they appreciate that you're running the game and they're willing to wait for you for a few minutes. Plus, everybody's got to pee sometime. Second, take really good notes during the game. Honestly, I need to take my own advice here, but if you're improvising details, you're going to need good notes from this session to plan your next one. Otherwise, all those details you improvised are going to go out the window. It wasn't Farmer McGregor who told you where the strange lights were. It was the hermit in the forest. The farmer told you his daughter was single, but wouldn't have anything to do with the likes of you, and it's McDonald, not McGregor. Third, let your players come up with the answers. Listen to the questions they're asking. Look at the clues they're following and where they're following them to. If they take the information you've given them in a weird direction, like Farmer McDonald's daughter is actually possessed by the spirit of the Lich's dead wife and she's the one trying to free him, go with it. PC shenanigans can supply you ample amounts of inspiration. And finally, if you're in a safe space with a group of players you really trust, just give them a heads up. Hey, I'm trying something different with prep tonight, so I might need to pause a little, or something along those lines. If they're your friends, they'll be fine with it. Yes, improvisation is hard, but if you use the rest of these cheats, you're not improvising out of thin air. You have a basis for inspiration, creativity, and fun. And it might take some time for you to find your footing, but you will. The main thing here is it's a game. Do what it takes for you and your players to have fun. Every table is different, but I know this. You're a great DM and you can do this. There you go, adventurers. 3 DM prep secrets that feel like cheating. What are your preparation hacks? Drop them in the comments. And if you got something out of this video, please like, subscribe, and smite that notification bell. Please consider supporting the channel by joining the Adventurers Guild at patreon.com/shortreststudios or by hitting the join button right under this video. We've all gotten some bad DM tips. Find out the advice that almost destroyed my game in this video, and I'll see you next time on Short Rest Studios.